Oh well. Thanks to those joining me live and to those joining me on archive. Well, good riddance to Bill O'Reilly. Amid sexual harassment charges, Fox News has decided, parent company 21st Century Fox, and I'm going to quote here, after a thorough and careful review of the allegations, the company and Bill O'Reilly have agreed that Bill O'Reilly will not be returning to Fox News Channel. Wow. That's a wrap here. I'm reading this directly from Yahoo News, by the way. The decision to turn O'Reilly loose appears to have been made between Tuesday and Wednesday by the Murdochs, the family who control operations of Fox News parent 21st Century Fox. O'Reilly has been off the air since last Wednesday, part of what was billed as a planned vacation around Easter holiday, supposedly. um, so another quote here from the article. O'Reilly has been in controversy since the start of this month after the New York Times reported that 5 women have received payments coming to about 13 million in exchange for agreeing not to pursue litigation or speak about accusations related of sexual harassment or inappropriate behavior. O'Reilly, of course, has denied the allegations. Nonetheless, they've let the guy go. Okay, they let him go and they let him go hard. You see, you have to understand a lot of things have been unraveling at Fox News. So, to give you an example of some of the things that have unraveled, right? There's a saying, what goes around comes around. And now, this specific case is not, I'm not saying it's tied to this one, but it shows you the culture and what was going on. So, there was some women that were being mistreated by their boss. Their boss, by the way, was a woman. Okay, she was being blatantly racist towards these black women. Now, Fox News knew about this, right? And they did nothing. But what was known is that this woman, the one that was doing these things, knew that she could get away with it because of what she knew. Because she knew about a lot of these payoffs. She knew a lot about these sexual harassment allegations. She may have been paid off. Okay. So this is exactly the type of stuff that's been happening at Fox News. I mean, she would walk up to randomly, she would call or she was like basically the boss of these women, and she would call them to the office and ask them to pronounce certain words. She would just, instead of saying bye, she would require them to put their hands up and say, hands up, don't shoot, just stupid shit like that. All right. But this woman, obviously, once the women came out against her, all of a sudden, Fox News let that woman go. That means they knew what the fuck was going on. All right. And now, by no coincidence, a lot of this other stuff is unraveling. All right. A lot of this shit is starting to unravel. And now, first it was the head of Fox News. Okay. Now it's Bill O'Reilly, and it's indicative of the culture of Fox News. Now again, this is not a trial. I'm not saying he's guilty. Okay, but if you spent 13 million for hush money, to me that says a lot. Okay, when it keeps happening, it says a lot. And when certain people feel they have power over employees because they know they will not be fired, and it could be despicable to employees because they know a lot of this, a lot of these allegations going on, right? Then you know that there's a problem. That's just a part of it, right? With that said, Bill O'Reilly, who by the way spent so much, and this is what gets to me, right? If he was just a guy hitting on women, this, that, and the third, that's one thing. But this is an individual who constantly made references to rappers disrespecting women. Okay, he constantly talked about, he would always talk about spring break and how can we possibly let our women go to spring break and our young women and this, that, and the third. When he was caught on an audio tape, saying very provocative things to a woman, like, it's very hypocritical. This is also an individual who talked about, since we're talking about rap culture, this is an individual who talked about minorities, specifically the black community, that the biggest problem they have, right, is the lack of a father. Yet Bill O'Reilly's own daughter, right, testified that he was an absentee father. It's projection at its finest, and it's ironic, but it's also hypocritical, right? I mean, this is insane. He was not, regardless of what you think of the message, he was not the one, okay, to talk. And also, he would bring up the fact of the lack of the father in unrelated circumstances, right? Like Trayvon Martin got shot, who did have a father, by the way. His father was not absent from his life, yet he would still bring up the black community and the lack of the father. It was a very unrelated, situation. Yet he himself accusing artists and rap artists specifically of being disrespectful towards women. Yet, I mean, look at these allegations. This is insane. I don't even know of a rapper that has this many allegations. This is crazy. All right. I mean, this is insane. The same allegations were done under like 50 Cent's like record label company or something, right? And he had all these allegations. Bill O'Reilly, Fox News will be the first ones, okay, just talking about that, and this is indicative of that culture. Like you already know it. All right, this is crazy. Anyway, they give him the boot. The dude's gone. Highest rated cable news show, and he's gone. Now, granted, yes, he did have the highest rated cable news show, but keep in mind the majority of his audience are like over 7 years old. I mean, these are very old people. But still, that's still a big hit that Fox News is willing to take here. And where Bill O'Reilly goes from here, I have no idea. This is an individual who, by the way, all right, has lied constantly about so many things. I mean, he lied about covering a war when he wasn't even there, okay? I mean, the type of lies that, I mean, Brian Williams exaggerated a story of when he was in a helicopter, right? And, I mean, he was suspended for who knows how long, and he never recovered from that, all right? And he should have been suspended for it because he did lie, but, I mean, Bill O'Reilly has lied tremendously. It's not even funny. Okay, some of the lies the motherfucker has spread. But anyway, sometimes the guys that are experts about all these things and like, oh, I know what it is, like it's many times, man, it's especially with conservatives, it's projection. I mean, that's honestly, that's what it is. Okay. And Fox News projected that. I mean, keep in mind, the women accusing him of this sexual harassment are people that worked with him, okay, that came on his show regularly, and then all of a sudden stopped coming into his show, and it was just a constant pattern. Okay, it was just something that kept happening. He was caught on a voicemail, leaving an explicit voicemail to a female. So this is not something that's like crazy out of this world. And Fox News, after an internal investigation, has concluded, obviously, that this motherfucker is just too much. They don't want to carry the baggage anymore. And they're trying to clean up their shit because the culture has caught up to them to no end. And make no mistake about this, after 20 years of Fox News trying to tear down anchors and media members from other news sources, because, I mean, Fox News would be vicious on anyone who was caught in allegations, right? I mean, keep in mind, this is hypocritical to the 9th degree. It really is. Bill O'Reilly, I mean, you should have heard him talking about Bill Clinton, back in the day, okay? You should have heard Fox News talking about Bill Clinton. Oh, Bill Clinton this, Bill Clinton that. I mean, they were doing the same shit as Bill Clinton. Same shit. So the thing here is, it's more than just the fact that there's all these allegations. It's the level of hypocrisy. That's what sticks out to me. All right. I mean, this was a network that advocated for the impeachment of a president because he got a blowjob by an intern. All right. I mean, just keep that in mind. While these allegations are being put forth, and the same people that wanted to impeach Bill Clinton, right, are now starting to defend this. It was caught on tape, by the way, guy. I mean, this is not like shit that people are making up, right? And then the divorce trial. I mean, even that. I mean, his own children wanted nothing to do with him. I mean, when your daughter testifies, he's an absentee father. He was never in my life. He was never a father figure. But you're on TV all the time talking about how important the family and the father figure is. You have to be that example if you're going to be lecturing people about shit, right? So that's what I think, and that's it, man. The chickens have come home to roost. It's a wrap for his ass. I guess that vacation is gonna extend a little longer now. Come on, Bill. But anyway, I'm out.